What's happening, party people? Welcome to Punchboard Party. This is One Take Hot Take, and we are talking about the Lost Ruins of Arnak Expedition Leaders. This is a new expansion that has been announced today. We are going to be getting our hands on this at the end of the year. It's going to be an Essen release, and then we are going to be able to get our hands on it probably November, December time. And in my One Take Hot Takes, I talk everything we know about the game or expansion so far, and I ask you some questions so that you can engage in the comments down below. So feel free to do that. You'll get the most out of this video that way. But without further ado, let's just talk about expansions, and especially Lost Ruins of Arnak Leaders Expedition. So I don't own a single expansion. Actually, that's not true. I was gifted an expansion. It is still in the box. So it's in Camel Up. I was received a Camel Up expansion as a gift, and I still have that. I bought 2 expansions in my board game hobby career so far. One was for Marvel Legendary, and another was for the Lord of the Rings LCG, and I have since traded or sold both of those games with the expansions included. So I am not an expansions guy. Here's where I stand on expansions. When I go to purchase an expansion, even if it's to a game that I love, I look at a $30, $25, $30, $40 sometimes price tag, and I think I could just buy a whole new game with this, and I always get suckered into buying the new game. So down below, let me know, why are expansions more valuable than half the cost of a new game? Why should I buy an expansion over putting that money towards buying a new game, or buying a whole new game entirely with the money that I would otherwise be using to buy an expansion? So let me know down below what your thoughts are on that. What makes expansions more valuable than a whole new game? So this expansion though, Lost Ruins of Arnak Expedition Leaders, could be the perfect expansion. So I have Lost Ruins of Arnak right here, and here's the thing. I'm trying not to get the glare. I didn't love Lost Ruins of Arnak as much as I thought I was going to, but that doesn't mean that I don't think it is an incredible game. And it's the game that is calling to me from my shelf the most out of any other game. I can't wait to get this to the table. And because it's on Board Game Arena, there's opportunity to play it more, but my game group is divided. There's half of us that like it and half of us that don't like it. So we're not playing it, which is a shame because it is a really excellent game. And so when I heard about this expansion, I got quite excited. But I'll tell you the main reason why I got excited about it and why this might be the first expansion I buy in a very long time. Expedition Leaders is the theme of the expansion. And so basically what this expansion is including is new, unique player boards, unique starting decks, and what else? Unique leaderboards, unique abilities, and unique starting decks for each of the players. So now, when you play the game of Lost Ruins of Arnak with this expansion, you are going to be starting on a totally different playing field than your opponents. You're going to have a unique starting deck, you're going to have a unique player board that differentiates you, and new unique abilities per player. And I think that's so cool. The thing that I'm afraid of when it comes to expansions is the bloat that they'll cause in the game. I don't necessarily want more things to do or more things to think about in a game, but I love having something replace an already existing element and making it better. So replacing the original starting deck and player boards with new starting deck and player boards that mixes things up and gives everybody a different strategy or a different line of thought to pursue, and you're all kind of playing a slightly different game to start. I think that's really cool. The other thing this expansion adds is new research tracks that can make the research track component of the game more difficult or varied. And so again, nothing new, just an enhancement or a change, an improvement to something that's existing. And so I love that this expansion isn't adding as much as it is fine-tuning and renewing already existing parts of this game. And of course, there's going to be new item cards and artifact cards for you to dive into too with this expansion. So let me know down below, how do you keep your games from feeling bloated when you're adding expansions to them? How do you utilize your expansions in the best way to keep your games from feeling kind of unruly when they're out on the table? Let me know. I'm just asking for advice for someone who's not really in the expansion game. I want some insight here to expansions. So one question about this expansion that people are having are, they don't see anything about new guardians or site tiles. New guardian tiles, new site tiles. Are there going to be those in this game? And it doesn't look like it. It looks like there's a whole list of what's in this box and that's not included. And you know what? That makes perfect sense to me, and that probably could have rounded out the expansion, just kind of, let's get some more guardians, let's get some more site tiles. But here's the thing, the guardians and the site tiles, they're all about resources. And I don't see anything about new additional resources or new and additional mechanics per se. Some of the expedition leaders might add a few more mechanics, but I don't see that necessarily. The research tracks might add a few extra mechanics, but not new resources. So unless there's going to be a new mechanic introduced or new resources that are introduced, at that point there would be a need for new site tiles and new guardians for those sites. But until then, I don't think new guardians and new site tiles are necessary. However, this game is one of the favorites of last year and into this year. It's been nominated for the Kedder Spiel. This game is going to be around for a long time. It's been on the hotness for months and high up there in the hotness, the top 10 for months. And this game is going to be with us for a very long time. And so I'm sure more expansions will come where we'll see some new mechanics, new resources, new site tiles, new guardian tiles. I am happy with this. I'm happy with the ability to say, hey, game group, we're going to play this game, but we're all going to have a little bit of an edge on one another based on our expedition leader. I think that's really cool. So I'm pretty pumped for this expansion. Like I said, I think this is going to be the first expansion that I actually purchase in a very long time, basically ever. You know, I've only bought expansions for games that were sort of expandable in nature, card games that were expandable in nature. This is the first time that I'm taking a game that I think is really great as is and feeling the need to slip an expansion into the box. So what about you? Down below, let me know. Is this the perfect expansion? Are you feeling the same way as I am about the potentials of this expansion or not? Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. Okay, party people, so that is Lost Ruins of Arnak Expedition Leaders, and this has been One Take Hot Take. If you're enjoying this content and the stuff that I do on my channel, please consider subscribing. And otherwise, just keep on commenting and keeping the discussion going down below. I just love interacting with you guys in any way I can. So until next time, party people, have the best day.